Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will present our presentation entitled Book Report and Review, Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. My name is Elsa Akini Solat.
And my name is Prisma Santila Madiani. And now let's move on to the presentation.
This book was released in September of 2005 and was written by world-famous author Charles Dickens. The book is 373 pages long, including any table of contents. The pages are spread into 24 chapters, and the theme of this fictional novel are poverty, social class, and violence. The story is set in the Victorian era, where the condition of England during the Industrial Revolution, especially when orphans and the lower class did not have the power to voice their perspective. Oliver Twist contains a sharp satire that Dickens directed to the Poor Law Amendment of 1834, for his role required all charitable assistance to the lower class be given through workhouse, or in landscape translation called social houses. Starving social house children who are sent to the mines or out to sea area Dickens target as an expression of his hatred for the same thing he experienced when his father was imprisoned for debt at Marshalsea. At the age of 12, Dickens, with his mother and brother, had worked in a factory due to financial difficulties. There is a boy older than him named Bob Fagin who once lectured him on how to do better. This character is behind his idea in channeling his hatred into the figure of the head thief named Fagin. Next slide. In the midst of moral decline due to financial condition and human greed, Dickens did not forget to present warm-hearted figures such as Mrs. Smiley, First Smiley, Mr. Brownlow, Mrs. Edwin, Mr. Losberne, and even Mr. Grimwig was kind but often had negative thoughts. We cannot even imagine the storylines Dickens described without their figure. We should not forget Harry Mile because without him, the little love stories in this book would never have happened. All the characters in this novel was interesting, not only the protagonist but also the bad one. Next slide.
Okay. The author describes social problems, classes differences. The rich will get richer and feel proud, while the poor will suffer more. They must remain as they are despised. The poor are still miserable, but the rich will continue to thrive. The author also wrote that at the time, the 9th century, society was still very patriarchal, a social system that placed men as the main power holders and dominate in the roles of political leadership, moral authority, social rights, and property control. And the next, the youth character, Oliver, represents the struggles in the lives of neglected, orphaned, and destitute children in a handicapped society. The author even highlights the dirty lives of criminal practices in the Victorian era. All day, for the benefit of the ruling class receiving little or no pay, extortion, overwork, and hunger. Child labor was not uncommon in those days, so it was not too surprising to see him and the other orphans working. And the next will be continued with Elsa.
The strength of this novel lies in its diction, which is not too complicated, even though it's classical novel. characteristics are explained in detail so that the delivery of the contents of the story can be conveyed properly. The illustrations in this novel also adequately describe what is happening. The fact that the criminals on the book for the most part are believable is very interesting. You can really understand how they came to be so desperate and destitute that stealing silk handkerchiefs from wealthy men was their only option. Another interesting part is how they can show how deeply the justice system favored the rich and completely disregarded the poor as though it's poor people's fault. The lag of this novel is in plot that runs too slow because the explanations for each scene are too detailed. Furthermore, in some parts, there are words that are too difficult for common people to understand. Oliver is such a weak character compared to fleshed out and colorful Virgin, Bill, and artful Dogger, and Nancy. I felt the characterization of Oliver could have been better as I didn't connect with him. Dickens' writing style, to be completely honest, feels like examining a block of bricks at a time. It was a little bit boring, but it makes up for that in plot and narration. Next, Oliver Twist might be the most famous orphan in the world. In Dickens' his gloomy novel he travels from the workhouse to a funeral home to a criminal gang. The book deals with poverty, different kind of violence, and a place to call home. Dickens allows himself to mock the hypocrisy of the characters who conceal their true selves behind a thin veil of supposed to be goodness and being of a caring and charitable disposition. With those characters who are from the poor class and those from more affluent backgrounds, it's easy to assume that Dickens would portray the former as sympathetic and the latter being the opposite. From the opening chapter of the young, pregnant woman who arrives at the workhouse during a stormy night, Oliver Twist makes the case for gripping reading. And the next, the thing about most Dickens novels is that he fills them with delicious characters and a number of twists and turns because he was essentially serializing them. He presenting them chapter by chapter, so he understood the value of a good twist or an impossible situation or a character in distress in keeping people reading. Oliver Twist is absolutely worth to read, but keep in mind that the English of Dickens' day is not the same as today, so there will a challenge in reading his prose. If you are a classic fan, I guess you've completely like this book, but if not, it's never too late. So this is the end of our presentation. Uh, Thank you for watching, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Baru gitu.